What's up guys, I've got another knife video for you guys today. This is not going to be an overview, this instead is an unboxing video of a knife that I've been wanting to get for quite a while now. I've actually been wanting to get one since the first day I heard about it, but was just too hesitant on the price. Not only the primary, I guess you can call it a primary, not only the primary market price but also the secondary market price, and also because that's probably the only way most of us can get this particular knife, this particular brand of knives, unless of course you're in the US law enforcement, you're somehow involved with the US law enforcement, or you're a firefighter or something like that. But I am of course neither. I am not a US citizen, nor have I anything to do with law enforcement. So the only way I could have gotten this was through the secondary market. And of course most of you who do know what this knife is, who do know Hindra knives, they are going for quite premium prices on the secondary market. So I was very fortunate to score this for what I believe to be a very reasonably priced XM24. So without further ado, let's get down to the unboxing. I'm going to use the large Spanto for this one. Let's see, let's cut right through here. A lot of, what do you call this? Popping wrap? I don't know what this is called exactly, foam wrap or something like that. So, yep, a lot of foam. Take this out, put this aside, and more foam, take this out, put this aside, and oh, bubble wrap, that's what it's called, bubble wrap. So removing lots of bubble wrap, and here we have a box, white box, as most Rick Hindra knives come in. Aha, there's the logo, fantastic. There's that famous made in the USA Hindra knives logo with the horse head. What else is written here? Oh my god, good. It's even signed by him. Here's his signature. This must be one of the earlier XM24s, because the newer ones, if I'm not mistaken, they don't come in this box anymore. They come in a more commercialized box. So let's see, model XM24, 4-inch spanto blade, stonewash with flipper. So this is a 4-inch XM24 with a flipper tab. They also come in the non-flipper versions, but I'm generally a flipper guy. And it's signed by the man himself, Rick Hindra. So let's open this up, focus the camera again. Okay, let me put this aside. Not good to lay an open knife lying around. Okay, so, and here's the knife itself with lots of peanuts in there. So I'll put this aside. And here's the knife. Comes in a this is not a Ziploc. I don't know what this is called, but it's a bag that you can seal. And pulling up the knife, put this aside. So here it is. I know by the tone of my voice you can't really tell, but I'm quite excited to be holding this knife. I never thought that I'd be fortunate enough to own one, to score one for the price that I paid for it. You can find these on blade forums or eBay and a couple of other knife dealer sites. They tend to go from, they tend to start on the secondary market for anywhere from 600, 700 all the way up to 1,000. And the customs of course run way more than 1,000. The custom Hindras, which if you ask me, aren't really that worth getting, because they mainly differ from the usual Hindras in terms of the titanium. They're usually coated with some sort of coating, and the blade, maybe they've sort of put a satin finish on it, or they've changed the blade shape a bit, the overall blade design, and that's about it really. Maybe swap the scale out for carbon fiber and anodize some titanium, and that's it. Minor changes that I don't believe are worth over $1,000. I mean, you can get a lot of things for $1,000. There are a lot of custom knife makers out there that would offer you loads, tons more for the amount that you would pay for a custom Hindra. So yeah, I just can't justify a custom Hindra to myself, but the usual production ones, We'll see. We'll see about it, because again, I've never owned a Hinderer before, so I don't know if this knife is worth the price that I'm paying. But what I do know is that I definitely paid a reasonable price in comparison to what Hinderers go for on the secondary market. So let me give you guys some close-up. This is the XM24 in the, I want to say, desert tan brown. I believe that's what it's called, desert tan brown or tan brown or something. So there's the Hinder word over there just above the pivot, and it's quite a fancy looking pivot. It's very industrial like, but at the same time it's not a conventional pivot. We have USA S35 VN over there, thumb stud here, the detent ball insert there, the lock bar stabilizer, custom hardware here. These have like a not eccentric, like a sort of a circular spiral type pattern thing, reflection going on. Here's the what do you call this, pocket clip tab. You can swap the pocket clips. You can either choose to have it tip up or tip down, but it's only right-sided carry, which is completely fine with me since I carry my knives, since I'm a right-handed individual and I do carry my knives in my right pocket. Now I want to see if I can get a good focus on the stone wash. Oh, come on, focus. Stone wash of the titanium frames. Yeah, that's the best I can do, sorry guys. Yeah, it is stone wash, and not only is it stone wash, but there's sort of a polish to it, you know. It doesn't look just it's not a very ugly stone wash. It's quite a well high-end stone wash. There seems to be some milling over there. Thick titanium standoffs over here, the blade stop over here. If I'm not mistaken, this is the, I want to say, first generations, because if I'm not mistaken, the second generations have their lock pins somewhere else. I'm not exactly sure. When I do an overview of this, I would have done some amount of research, so I'll definitely be more informed then. But in the meantime, I have to give you an I'm not sure on the blade stop / stop pin, whatever it's called. There's the lanyard hole, some jimping at the back here, not too aggressive, and there's half the horse head of the Hinderer logo, pivot here, jimping on the flipper tab, and jimping here. Alright, so I'm gonna attempt to flip this now. Now generally Hinderers are not so well known for their detents because they have sort of a very weak detent. They're not the best flippers around. So here goes nothing. Oh my god, it sucks. Alright, you have to really force it open. This is no way as smooth as a knife with bearings. This is no way near as smooth as my 0560, my ZT0560, which I recently sold. I wish that this thing had come in sooner so that I could have done a comparison with the 0560, but I recently sold my 0560, so that's just a bit too bad, a bit sad, actually a bit disappointed I had to sell it so soon. But you know, I have certain knives coming in and I needed the cash. But yeah, this is no way as smooth as my 0560, but at least, you know, it does flip open. You can flip it open without wrist action. You just have to really push on the thumb stud. But with a wrist flick, it definitely flies open just fine. Yeah, this knife you really need to wrist flick it. There's no way you can expect to just push button it and expect it to fly out all the time unless you really just push down into it. Yeah, so it does need a bit of a wrist flick. Ergo's very nice, very ergonomic, very comfortable, no hot spots anywhere. I like the thickness of it. I tend to prefer thicker knives, thicker, chunkier knives. They just feel more comfortable in hand. I don't really see the need to carry a thin knife. I don't really find thick knives cumbersome in the pocket. They don't really feel much of a nuisance to me. I tend to only carry my knives, I tend to only carry a knife in one pocket. If let's say I have this knife in a particular pocket, this is the only thing that's going to be in the pocket, nothing else. The front index jaw here works well. I think this part here is, yes, it is quite sharp, so if you do get an XM24, just be mindful of this point right here. Don't go too far ahead. And it's very comfortable. How does it feel with a pinky there? Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Very ergonomic. Very nice. This is the Spanto version, by the way, which is the version that I've been wanting all this while. I've seen Slicers and the Warncliffes, and then there's also the Hellfire grind. If I'm not mistaken, those are just well, the Hellfire grind is a custom Hindra, so I just cannot justify its price. And the Slicer grind and Warncliffe are just not my thing. I really wanted the Spanto, and I'm thankful to have found a Spanto XM24 for the price that I paid. I'm really thankful. Come on, focus for me. Come on, you can do it. Oh, sorry guys, it's just not focusing. Can't give you guys zooms of that. But do follow me on Instagram. I'll definitely be photographing this knife a bit. I'll give you guys proper close-ups on Instagram. So in the meantime guys, this will be it for the video. I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the overview of this knife. Thank you guys.